All right, guys, my name is Alzavian Jones, and I want to have a Bible study with you and to teach you and to equip you in the work of ministry, and it is to believe and to bear fruit. I want to introduce you to some things I have. I have this amazing white digital board, blackboard. And I have here is my Bible. You can see it behind me. So when I start moving and turning pages, you're going to actually see it from behind me. We're going to be going through the gospel, through the Word of God. But yeah, so let's do it. This is going to be fun. Yay. Okay. Let's go. We're going to be in Romans chapter 1. This is one of my favorite. I love Romans 1. Really all of Romans. Okay, here we go. Romans 1 verse 16, it says, here we go. It says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel. For it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jews first, and also to the Greek. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith. As it is written, the righteous shall live by faith. That the righteous shall live by faith. For I am not ashamed of the gospel." Paul's writing this, and he's like, hey, I'm not ashamed of the gospel. And he says, for it is the power of God. So this is important on so many levels. And by the way, I might take us from the Bible to the whiteboard or the blackboard. But Paul says, "For I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God." Now, this is so important to us in so many ways, and I'm going to show you why it's so important. The gospel, I just wrote it. The gospel, he says, is the power of God. Now, he goes on and he says, for I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God. So I'm not ashamed of this good news, this gospel, this message, for it's the power of God for salvation. Now, this is important. He also says it is the power, this gospel, it is the power. Wait. He says, it is the power of God for salvation to everyone. Salvation to everyone. This is important. So this gospel, it has enough power to save everyone. This is getting dangerous. Now, he goes on and he says, who believes. Now, all this makes sense only if one put that there. If one believes. If one believes. You have to believe. Now, the question that I would oppose when reading this in the scriptures is that when he says, it is the power of God to salvation to everyone who believes, the Jews first and the Greek, for in it is the righteousness of God. Now, I'm going to ask myself, okay, what in the world is the gospel? That's my question, because I want to believe it, but unless I know what the gospel is, I won't have any opportunity to believe. I have to know it. Like, I know that this microphone works because I've read the instructions on how to use it. I believe that I think that's a horrible example. Hold on. Wait. Back up. Let's see. I don't know. It's you have to know something. You have to know it. You have to have heard it. You have seen it in order to believe it. So the question is this is the question. What is the gospel? That's the question. So we have to go on a journey for what is it. Now, the outcome, Romans 1 verse 16 through 17 actually says it. So I should always put, it should be on the right side, but I'm going to do it today on the, it should be on the left side. Today I'm going to do it on the right side. I should always put the address to where we're going on the board. Romans 1 verse 16 through 17. That's where we're at. Now, as I was saying, I have to know it. I have to have heard. Well, I have to have heard it or seen it to believe it. So he really don't go into Paul really don't go into what is the gospel in Romans 1:16 verse 17, but he do give us the outcome of the gospel, and then right after this, I want to take us to what actually is the gospel, perhaps. Okay, let's do it. Well, let's just put it right there. Okay, so here we go. The outcome, he shares the outcome of the gospel. The outcome of the gospel, let's read it. It says, for in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith. As it is written, the righteousness shall live by faith. So the outcome of the gospel, it reveals righteousness to us. You know that you're getting the gospel when one has confidence in God. Note that. That's really good. One knows that he has the gospel when one has confidence and a clean conscience towards God and himself. That's when one really has tasted of this fullness of the gospel. Because the outcome, he says, is, let's just go there. I want to show it to you. Just give me a second. I'll show you. He goes and he says, if you go here, he says, for in it, the righteousness of God is revealed. So in the gospel, the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith, as is written, the righteous shall live by faith. I think this is so important that we that we actually sit on this reality of the gospel. Let's go. I like to use yeah, that's just good. Yeah. Okay. So he says, for I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Okay, so everyone who believes. So he goes on, he says, for in it, the righteousness of God is revealed from faith for faith, as it is written, the righteous shall live by faith. So the gospel, the outcome of the gospel is the righteousness of God. Which is a fruit. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the fruit. So the question is what is the gospel? And if you like this, I'll go back into deeper the next video. But yeah, if you like it, let me know. If you have any questions, tell me. I can take you there. But for now, I'll save this so that you can get it and look at it. The gospel is the power of God to everyone who believes, but you have to hear it and see it to believe it. And the question that Paul didn't give you the answer to is, what is the gospel? And in the next video, I would love to share with you what is the gospel. But in this one, I want to show you that he first said that it is the power of God to everyone who believes, but one has to know, one has to believe, one has to see it. And then the reality of the outcome, the fruit of having the gospel, is that you get righteousness revealed to you and you grow up into God in all things. Yay.